Hello Predator fans, this is Solid Dave Snake bringing you a review on NECA's Special Edition Bad Blood Predator action figure. And if this Predator doesn't look familiar to you off of any of the movies, it's because he's not. And to give you a brief little history on this Predator, he is from the 90s Bad Blood comic book miniseries from Dark Horse Comics. And I collected a lot of these Dark Horse, Alien, and Predator comics, but that was actually one miniseries that I did not pick up, but I did read it. A friend of mine, whenever we were kids, we used to take turns buying the series. That way we could read all the series. And this was one that he got. So I did read it, but it's been a long time since I've read it, and I actually was trying to find it and pick it up to use as a background for this review and to get caught up on that story again, but I could not find them anywhere, not around me. So I just threw up some Alien and Predator artwork back there. But this Predator was kind of like the serial killer of predators. He was a rogue predator that would kill other predators and just kind of went rogue, and the Predator race sends their kind of police predators called enforcers after him, and it just goes from there. I'm sure you can look up the storyline online, but we will just jump right into this figure now. And he is a special edition. He was originally supposed to be in Series 12 of the Predator line, but they scratched that because it came with so many accessories. They threw that Viper Predator that was originally supposed to go with the Blade Fighter in the series and gave this Bad Blood a deluxe box set. So it's really nice. He comes with a ton of accessories, and we will just jump into those first. And right here at the base, I will show you the alternate hand that he comes with, so that he's able to hold the sword and spear that come with him. It's an alternate right hand, but it has no blood splatter on it, like the other hand on him. But still nice to have that option. And this is kind of almost a useless accessory here. It is one of his dreadlocks from the comic storyline. One of the humans ripped this out of his head. But it's so minuscule and small. Really didn't need it and could definitely be easily lost. And right here within his waist, I have his sword. That's a good spot to store it if you don't want him holding it. And it is just like the same exact sword that came with the Elder Predator and the Lava Planet Predator from the Kenner Tribute line, only painted with this brown handle and blood splatter, which is really nice on it. So that is a nice accessory. And on his backside stores this spear, which I'm actually not going to take out, so I'll let you get a look at it here because it fits in this loop, which feels really fragile. And the actual spear itself has these little notches in it, and it's kind of looped right in that notch, and just feels like if I pull it back out, it's almost going to break that loop. But it is a really nice spear, and it's a new accessory for these Predators. So that's really nice. And he also comes with these heads from humans that he killed in the storyline, and they're on these hooks that can loop right around his waistband. And I'll give you a close look at these. Really gory detail in these. And a very comic bookish look with the way that the eyes are. I can get my camera to focus. Let me pull away a little bit. There we go. You can see his pupils are painted red. He's got blood coming down his nose, running below his mouth. Nice detail on the mouth with the tongue and teeth. And then on the back side, the gruesome detail of the head cleaved in half. His ear's missing on this side, and on this side it's still on. So really gory detail. You can even see the brain inside there still, and other innards. Excellent detail, but really gory and very fitting to this predator. I'll pull off the other head. And he's got that same kind of look with the red pupils in the eye, only he also has a yellowish hue to his eyeballs, and blood running down his nose and mouth, and the same thing on the back side, where you can see it's been cleaved in half. There's also a peg down there, which I don't know if this is meant to connect to anything. Give you a better look at it. But right here there is a peg hole. I don't know what that is supposed to be meant for. And he also comes with these alien type skulls, which are kind of difficult to get in and almost make you feel like you're going to break this little waistband right here. But you have to slide one of these skulls up under that little tunic, and then you can display it just like that. But another nice little accessory. And that's about it for the accessories, but he does have a nice action feature, if you want to consider this an accessory too. His wrist blade, which is covered in blood, really nice, and is actually 3 blades. He's the first predator to have 3 blades, and it works the same way as all the others, where it will pull out, although this gets loose and will come off, so be careful with that. But I thought that was a nice addition to this predator, having the 3 blades like that. And I actually don't even recall in the comic books him having the 3 blades, but I guess he did. And he also has a spot right here on his right hand side. If you have an extra disc from one of your predators, you can store that there, although he does not come with one of the disc blades. And now we'll just take a look at this predator from head to toe, and he is just covered in detail. Detail galore on this predator. And starting off at the head, I love the sculpt and paintwork on this head. Kind of give it that comic bookish feel. And he has those extra big mandibles on his lower jaw there, which are a new piece for these predators, and really give him a overall menacing and scary look. And there's great detail on the dreads as usual. I've always loved how NECA does these dreads. And his backside in general has a lot of nice detail. Predator's med packs right there. He has the slot for a shoulder cannon, but he does not actually have a shoulder cannon. And there you can see he is a rogue with a predator skull on his left-hand shoulder, which I have never seen before, so I take it this is new. And it still has the dreads on it. Really nice detail on that. And then on his right-hand shoulder, he has this big row of alien-looking bones. And then continuing down his wrist, the one that has the blade, you can see more alien bones right here on his gauntlet. and on the left-hand side as well. And for some reason, this Predator has a nipple ring, which I found kind of odd and funny. And he also has, I forgot to point out on the head, an eyebrow ring. So nice little detail points there. You can store all those trophies around his tunic like I showed you. And he has that slot for the disc blade. And down on the legs, he has 2 skull knee pads and then more of those alien type spines running down along his leg gauntlets there. And those Predator feet, which do have peg holes just like all Predators on the bottom of them, that you can use those NECA stands with. And articulation wise, he's a lot like other Predators, only a lot of stuff is restricted from the armor, especially up on the shoulder area. His head is on a ball joint, but you got to be careful with his movement with this bone piece on this side. And his shoulders are on a ball joint and hinge, but really restricted on this side with that gauntlet, and on this side as well with that Predator skull. And he has a single hinge at the elbows, which I've always felt like on these Predator figures were kind of limited. And he does have the ball joint here at the wrist for the hand, which you can just pull these right off to change hands like I showed you at the beginning. And he has a swivel waist and those real nice ball jointed and hinged legs right here, which are a little restricted from going up with this piece. And he has double jointed knees. And his feet are on a ball joint, which my bad blood is still really stiff because I haven't moved them around too much. A problem with these Predator action figures is if you start moving them around a whole lot, some of these joints get really loose. So you kind of have to be careful with that if you're wanting these Predators to stay tight. But that's it for Bad Blood, guys. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned. I will have the other Predator from the Bad Blood comic book series, the Enforcer Predator, up tomorrow. So stay tuned for that, guys. And as always, thanks for watching.